Morning, folks, from reasonably sunny northern Alabama. Sitting here this morning and on my load to get to the yard, and figured that was a good time to talk to y'all. Now I get a lot of family and friends and stuff ask me what my opinion is on this people's convoy, the trucker convoy going to DC. And my overall answer is I support them, and inevitably the next answer, their next question is, so what are they doing it for? So we ain't really got no mandates in this country, and the COVID thing's pretty well over. So, well, and this is where I fault the organizers of convoy a little bit. They didn't really get their message out there good enough to make people understand that this just wasn't about COVID and vaccines and vaccine mandates. Although that's kind of what triggered it, that's not what it's entirely about. It's in a broad sense, it's about government overreach, period. Now, I was sitting there watching the live feed of this morning, and they were in Maryland going, and all they're doing is going to Maryland. They're going to do 2 laps around the Beltway just to show how large it is. And then they're going back to Maryland to spend the night. They're not going to completely clog up DC yet. They're going to do that every day until people start talking to them. And if they don't talk to them, well, then efforts will increase. The way I take it. But all the truck stops in their path were completely blocked off by the military from Maryland to DC. So they couldn't go in to get fuel. They couldn't stop at the truck stops. And people kind of brush that off, but you think about it, that's a privately owned business. It's being made to suffer because somebody is legally protesting. Convoy ain't doing nothing illegal. Just to be hateful. That's why they're doing it. It's the and mark my words, and they get down there, and if they plug up DC, which eventually they will, not going to put 10,000 trucks in DC and not plug it up. Watch. I'll say it today. They will be racists. They will be bigots. Somewhere in the news you hear somebody saw a swastika, a Nazi flag. You know, I wouldn't be surprised they'd say they didn't see somebody driving along with a Klan hood on. It's amazing how just 2 years ago we were heroes, because COVID never slowed us down a lick. You kept food on your table and gas in your car because we kept running, and we were heroes. We were essential workers. Watch how quick we become devils because we dare to step out of line. I'm gonna tell you folks, you just Joe normal folks out there, y'all need to do a little more stepping out of line. Like I said, I was watching live feed this morning. They got cars jumping in the middle of the convoy and slamming on their brakes. Somebody gonna mess around and get killed. That's you can't do that to a big truck very much and get away with it. Like I say, watch, as of today, watch how fast truck drivers get demonized. I'd love to be there doing it, but you know, as a company driver, you don't have the liberty to get involved in things like that, because number one, this ain't my truck. I can't just take it wherever I want to. Number two, the company's got contracts to fill. They lose those contracts, which then in turn means I lose my dinner until I don't like missing dinner. So but I support these people wholeheartedly, and I wish I was in a position, you know, this is an owner-operator thing. It's if you look at those trucks, 99% of them are owner-operators. They have the freedom to shut their business down for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm sure they can't afford it. It's costing them buku money. Thank God they're getting some support, some financial support from outside the system. But they have the social freedom. They ain't got a boss that's going to fire them, you know, or whatever. So, but I'm proud for them. I hope them all the success in the world. God help them, though. I know what the media's going to do, and what our government's going to do. You know, people won't think, well, our government won't do what Canada did. Oh, they will in a hot minute. They'll just hide it better. I don't think they got all them troops down there in D.C. as window dressing, do you? But I'm asking y'all to go out there and support them too. Whether it's go stand on an overpass and wave a flag. You know, maybe if you can open your wallet and send them a few bucks. I saw this morning, only donate through their actual website. Don't fall for any other. If somebody else says they're taking donations for them, they're lying. Like I say, only donate through their actual website. And they're being censored in the media right now. Media's playing like they don't even exist. But that will all change very fast when they get to DC. Little politicians in DC, which none of them are there right now. They're all out of town. Isn't that convenient? They're all about this protesting, and even these protests, you know, what kills me is they're demonizing these protests, which are perfectly peaceful. It's just last summer before, well, they were burning down city blocks, killing people in the streets. Don't you remember the videos of the old man getting kicked to death? And that was okay. Those people were angry. They were fighting for social justice. But as soon as it came to DC, no, somebody got to get prosecuted. It was the wrong side protesting then. And same thing with these truck drivers. Watch. They will demonize these people. And if they break one law, it's okay, they're all criminals. They'll throw a blanket over them. They're all criminals. One guy didn't come to a complete stop at a stop sign, and my God, they're all reckless driving criminals. Good Lord, people, what does our country come to? if you wonder how the government's overreaching, I guess you got to be about my age or older to understand about all the ways the government encroaches on your life now that they didn't used to. You ever wonder, just kind of watch some old TV shows like like Sanford Son or Archie Bunker, or any of them old, 60s and 70s shows. Just watch them and watch what the people are doing in those shows, the things they're doing and the things they're not doing. It's funny. You watch a show like that with a younger kid, he's like, oh my God, he's smoking in a McDonald's. Yeah, we used to have ashtrays at McDonald's. We used to smoke at McDonald's. We used to smoke on city buses. We used to smoke on airplanes. Everything had a smoking section. Back then, the only thing the government told you had to do was pay taxes. Really nothing else. Now, there was a set of vaccines your kid had to have before they went to school. Legitimate, well-researched, proven vaccines for really truly pandemic style diseases. See if I can remember. I had to have a measles vaccine, mumps vaccine, a polio vaccine, I think there was 7 of them. Typhoid, tuberculosis, that's all I can think of. Then when I went to the Navy, I had to get a bunch more because we went overseas. Naturally, you're going to seas, and there's diseases over there that we don't have over here anymore. Smallpox, that was one of them. I think there was 7 of them. Yeah, we used to have cigarette machines in nearly every restaurant. Or anybody could walk up and buy cigarettes. I bought my first pack of cigarettes when I was 12 years old. Walked right up to the counter and bought them. Never questioned a bit. I'm quit now, thank God. Wish I'd have never bought that first pack. Back then, the drinking age was 18. You didn't have to wear a helmet if you rode a bike. You didn't have to wear a seatbelt in your car. For all you people say, oh, well, that's a good thing. It's your choice. I agree, wearing a seatbelt is a good thing. I wear a seatbelt wherever I go. But you shouldn't have to be told to do it. or it's a crime if you don't. And yes, it's considered a crime because you can be levied a fine for it. But I assure you, the government is in your life in a lot more ways than you even know. And that's what this convoy is about. In general, they're protesting government overreach. They're protesting the fuel costs. They're protesting non-truck drivers wouldn't know anything about this, but certain states out here, the DOT is actively hunting us. They get big packs in the median, 5, 6, 7, 8 deep, and just randomly inspect you to death. They're fishing for money is what they're doing. But it's now, I can think in 1 or 2 states, it's bordering on harassment. Good example, going to an Ohio rest area, spend the night. You can try to get out of there in the morning. He'll be there waiting on you. And if you ain't already got one, get ready. Don't pull into one unless your stuff's straight, I'll tell you that. And that's just wrong. You got drivers in them rest areas trying to do the right thing. They're trying to get ample rest like they're supposed to. And they got to sweat getting harassed when they go to leave. Because when they go to leave, their clock's running. What a way to start your day. To deal with the DOT for about 30 minutes. Y'all have a nice day. If you got any questions about why these truck protesters are doing this or why they're doing that, or if this is true or that's true, holler at me in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them, or do the research I need to do to answer them, or just tell you I don't know. Maybe point you in the right direction. Who could answer it? But I won't bullshit you about it. So if you would like and subscribe, I'd love to get this channel off the ground. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you on the flip side.